Formula One heads to its last European race of 2023. It's the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. So after this race here at Monza, we head off in 2 weeks' time to Singapore on a revised layout. Then it's Japan, followed by a sprint race at Qatar and the Circuit of the Americas, before Mexico, and then a final sprint in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Las Vegas on the 18th of November, and then the season rounds out the 26th of November in Abu Dhabi. Max Verstappen leads the championship on 339 points. Sergio Perez is on 201. Fernando Alonso 168, followed then by Lewis Hamilton, Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, George Russell, Lando Norris, Lance Stroll, Pierre Gasly rounds out the top 10, and Esteban Ocon on 36 points in 11th. On the second half of the page, Oscar Piastri, same amount of points, Esteban Ocon in 12th, followed then by Alexander Albon. Then it's Hülkenberg and Bottas, Zhou ahead of Tsunoda, then it's Magnussen, and no points currently for Sargent. De Vries is out of F1 for the remainder of the year, Ricciardo is out with injury, and Liam Lawson, 13th on debut, gets another reprieve this weekend here at Monza. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull lead the way, 540 points to Mercedes 255. Aston Martin on 215, being caught by Ferrari on 201. McLaren are on 111, but a good podium finish last time out has put Alpine on 73. Williams are now clear of Haas on 15 to 11. Alfa Romeo have 9, and AlphaTauri still on 3. Let's take a look at the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza here at the Royal Park in Italy. It's won the Canada since 1950, a fan, driver, and just about everyone's favourite, the Temple of Speed. Get a good exit out of the last corner and fire down towards the line. DRS open, 8th gear maximum. It's a long run down to turn 1 at the Rettifilio. Make sure that the car is perfectly balanced before you slam on the brakes at around about 70 metres. Into the right, left Rettifilio. Back on the power from first gear very gingerly as you head down, round the Curve de Grande. A long sweeping right-hander, ever building up the speed into 8th gear. Flat out maximum. Another heavy braking zone into the second chicane, the Dalla Roggia chicane, braking 100 metres, flick the car left, right, back over the bump, don't put a wheel on the gravel as you head down, slightly banked is the right-hander Lesmo 1, it sort of feeds you in 5th gear, rising up towards Lesmo 2, a lot tighter, right-hander as well, downhill section of the track, as you cut now, with the second DRS zone, maximum 8th gear, down underneath the old banking section, as you head towards the Ascari chicane, quick flick to the left, down from 8th gear, all the way to 5th, carry a lot of speed in, the traction will carry you flat out as you head down after Ascari towards the Parabolica. No DRS in this section as well. If you want to overtake, you have to use your ERS battery deployment. Flick the car in then as well, light up with the brakes down to 5th gear, into the Parabolica, carry up the speed, use as much exit as you're allowed as you hurtle down across the line to complete the lap. It's a short track, but it's a fan favourite. That is a lap of Monza. Hello everybody, welcome to all of the action from qualifying for the Formula One Italian Grand Prix. We're underway in a few minutes. Let's hand over to Sky Sports.
For Q2 and soft for Q3. Good thing, bad thing? What does it do? What does it change?
Look, I mean, it makes things interesting because everyone's on the same tyre at the same moment, but it makes it trickier for the teams at the back of the grid to maybe have a chance to get through to Q2 or Q3 by putting on the soft tyre. You can't do that here.
I like it. It puts in an extra challenge. The fastest teams and drivers still go through in the way they should. And it saves Pirelli 20% tire production. They have to produce 20% less tires, which is massive. We all know the environmental impact of that. So from that point of view, for me, everything makes sense.
Pole position for you today, who please, Nico?
Let's make it fun, because I know what Naomi's going to say. So I'm going to go for Carlos Sainz.
I was going to say the same thing, Nico.
There you go.
Well, I mean, you know.
We agree,
Come on, it's
we
hardly
agree,
put it on
we
the line.
agree.
He's been quickest in 2 practice sessions.
But
there we go.
Verstappen is the favourite.
Yeah, I know he is. Yeah, of course, we all know that because he's going for 10 in a row. But it is that man in picture there, Carlos Sainz, who has been quickest in the 3rd practice session. Will it translate? We're about to find out. Qualifying for the Italian Grand Prix is next.
And alongside me in the commentary box to talk about the session is Jess Ball and Josh T. Josh T, just getting... Are you putting your camera on, Josh T? I can't remember.
I didn't. I don't know if you want my camera on.
Well, yeah, you're part of the commentary team, so it'd be a bit daft not to in that instance. But hello, Jess and Josh. Hello, everybody. You doing okay? All good?
Yeah. Chaos, as always. This is interesting.
It's going to be a really chaotic session as well. Apologies we're not on screen just yet. We've had a few technical gremlins, as is always the case when we try and get things sorted. It's called We've Just Done MotoGP. As I'm sure, Josh, you might have just seen, it's just changed over, ready for the Moto E race.
Since when was Tito Rabat part of Moto E?
This 2 seasons ago. So, yeah, he has been there in the past. But Jess, coming into qualifying, are you looking forward to it? What's your memories coming up?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Probably one of the closest qualifyings of the year. Let's hope it's not the same as what we saw in F2 and F3, but luckily they got a limit as to how slow they can't be anyway, so I think it should be a lot better than F2 and F3 qualifying at least.
Let's go over to it then. Here it comes. It is the Italian Grand Prix. It's one of the greatest spectacles on the calendar. Sit back and enjoy. It's a different type of qualifying, and it's live right here on JB Motorsports with all your watch-along coverage. Q1, hard tyres. Q2, medium. Q3, soft. Limited on running. The toe is crucial. Welcome to the best qualifying of 2023. Here it comes then in the company of myself, Joshua Birch, Megan Birch, Jess Ball and Josh T. The Temple of Speed earns its name most of all in qualifying. Welcome to round 14 of the 2023 Formula One World Championship. It's the Formula One Pirelli Gran Premio d'Italia. Monza has been on the calendar every year since 1950, only missing one race. And in 2019 onwards, the winner of the previous year's race has crashed out. And also, pole position don't fare much luck either here. It's full throttle for 74.93% of the lap. The track record to beat is a 118.887. Not going to get close to that. We might see a 119.9. We've been flirting with it across the practice sessions. It's a series of straights separated by 3 chicanes. First one, the Rettifilio, then we go into Dalla Roggia, and then Ascari. Soft tyres, hard, C3, that is Q1. Medium, C4, that is Q2. Soft, C5, that is Q3. It's one of these agreed upon sessions where you're only allowed to use one compound of tyre, and it couldn't have been a worse day for it. Hard tyres in 28-degree heat as well. It's going to be a long day, 18 minutes ahead of us. And Jess, this is going to be a fantastic session. There's so much intrigue coming in.
Yeah, and that was why we saw in the practice session that they were using these different compounder tyres just to get a feel for them, because if I were one of the drivers, if I had a choice, I wouldn't want to go on the hard compounder tyres in qualifying because it's very understeery, it has less grip.
And Josh T with us as well. This is going to be a lunatic session, really, isn't it? It's just basically throwing them to the wolves. No idea what's going to happen next.
Yeah, and no doubt we are going to have at least one crash in Q1 with the hard tyres. Maybe a crash in Q2 with the mediums, but I don't think we'll get a crash in Q3 with the soft tyres, because that's the tyres that they're used to in qualifying, and they've done it round here before. They've done it everywhere else on the calendar. The soft tyre is the main tyre for qualifying, and they use the mediums often as well, nearly every single race in the Q1s and Q2s, because they don't want to use their softs in the first two sessions if they don't want to, just in case they get into Q3. But it's going to be chaos. Are we going to see maybe 1-2 red flags? Yes. Who's it going to be? We'll have to wait and find out. Could it be this person on screen now, Max Verstappen? The Monza curse doesn't normally strike on a Saturday, but could it? We'll have to see. He wasn't very happy with the car on Friday, but again, we'll have to see.
So much intrigue, isn't there, coming into this one, as what has happened to our timing tower. This is what happens when you get set for MotoGP and then run over to a different commentary box. These systems go haywire. Apologies for that, everybody watching on. Here we go then. There's Fernando Alonso watching on. Around about 60 seconds to go until the green light goes on. Omi's with us. He's in the pit lane. Omi, I hope you've had some lunch and food in the break you've had. Well done on you and Jess, by the way, ending the F2. No idea what happened at the end of that. I'll catch up on that. But it was a very energetic MotoGP sprint race. How was the F2 sprint race? And first of all, how are you doing? You looking forward to quali?
Doing well. The F2 was better than the MotoGP. Well, I don't know what happened in the MotoGP, so I'm waffling.
Epic. Epic.
Well, the F2 was absolutely brilliant at the end as well. So you'll enjoy watching that back. Make sure you watch it with our commentary, but I wouldn't be surprised.
No
if you watch
spoilers.
it. Yeah, no spoilers, but won't be surprised if you don't. But yeah, gonna be a great session. This. I'm hoping that Verstappen isn't on pole, but wouldn't mind if he is, and then there's some chaos tomorrow.
Here we go then. Ready, steady to go, and everyone will get into procedure for qualifying. The green light goes on, and qualifying is underway for the Italian Grand Prix here at Monza. It is an absolutely epic appearance out here on the circuit right now. The huge Ferrari flag is out in force. The atmosphere is tense, and this qualifying is going to be fun. One man who knows all, though, with hard tyres, it's Ted Kravitz, who's patrolling the pit lane. Hard tyres in Q1, mediums Q2, softs in Q3, and this is going to be really fun to see what we're going to have. It is 3 o'clock UK time. I know we're going up against the Premier League, but we thank you for tuning in to us here as well as some early kickoff games beforehand. There's Lance Stroll watching on. He's waiting to get going. And I'm hearing a lot more of Crofty actually in my ears on the talkback, which is not normal. But the car's coming out there, Jess, and Tsunoda going out there, Lawson first too.
Yeah, not surprised to see the AlphaTauri's going out there as well first, because they haven't had the best season. Do you want a few stats today?
Yep.
Fernando Alonso becomes the first driver to make 20 World Championship appearances at Monza, and he will overtake Ruben Barrichello, existing record, at 19 starts at this track as well. So there we go. That's one fact.
That's a strange fact to remember as well with that. Slightly scary.
Lights Out website.
Lights Out blog. What a guy. Nick Halliday as well.
I love that site. I love it. I use it for PSGO as well.
Everybody gets some good sights of them there as well. It's going to be fantastic. Everyone, as always, out there, mandatory tyres. So Q1 is hard, so they're Q2 medium, Q3 soft. So really, Josh, it becomes irrelevant taking a look at some things because the stints we've got here, they're all on hard tyres. Tsunoda and Gasly, though, well, actually, Tsunoda out there on an old hard tyre, apparently.
Are you not meant to do that?
Well, you can use old tyres as well as new, so it's just a hard tyre you have to use.
You have to use the hard tyre, but just where Verstappen's going. I won't spoil anything, but what I will say is that going 3 wide into the turn 4 chicane up there, absolutely incredible. So,
Absolutely is.
expect some fun there, Josh. And here we are now. Lewis Hamilton.
Hamilton just circulating then on his out lap. Just finding a few more times between the two of them as they keep in. No, it's too hot, Megan. Don't shut the door. Magnus and Hülkenberg coming in. 1-2. Megan's just coming in now to the side of the commentary box. She'll get a headset on and join us in the team. Fastest first sector time coming through. Have we highlighted a driver? What's happened here? Seems like the timing tower is going a bit wrong this weekend. Yeah, Hamilton's been selected on his opening lap. We don't want to take a look at that timing tower as they come through. Megan Birch with us in the box. Hi, Meg. Interesting session coming ahead. Verstappen not doing quicker so far. Who do you think could get pole position? Sainz has top practice 2 and practice 3.
Well, then, Sainz. Anyone but Verstappen, seriously. Take a week off.
You really don't want him there, do you?
I want him to not... I want Red Bull not to win at least one race. It's not him specifically. I also don't want Perez to win. I'm just so sick of it always being Red Bull. I just want one other team, even if it's the only one in the entire year. I don't care which team it is. I don't care who it is. As long as there is someone else winning.
Meg, unbiased commentary.
This is unbiased or something? Yeah, I could say I want Fernando to win every single race because I do want him to win every single race. But I know that ain't going to happen.
All right, Magnussen top at the moment at 122.853. Then it's Piastri who's gone second. A lot of vibrations on the brakes, I think I just heard. Did you hear that radio as well?
Interesting.
Should be concerned. Fire just came out the back of Max's car.
Yeah, me too. Go on, Verstappen at 122.047 on the first lap. Go on, Jess.
Interestingly that Lawson and Tsunoda's gone on tyres that are 10 laps old.
And now it's all about fingertipping it too.
That is good.
I can hear David
Did I hear
Coulthard.
Coulthard?
I heard Coulthard as well. I think the timing tower's having a bit of a padding. So Coulthard there. Here's Hamilton up towards the line. I think Alex Brundle's commentating as well. Across the line for Hamilton, 4th, 122.513. So it's Russell who's fast at the moment, but here comes Alexander Albon.
Albon's got a good one.
Yeah, and Albon's been looking quick in this on the hard tyres. He's practicing practice 3. Albon to the top, a 122.123. 12123.
Lap time was deleted for track limits at turn 7, Max.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lap time deleted for Max Verstappen
I
then.
just noticed that when that came on. I was
Yeah.
like, he's joking.
Max Verstappen.
They've actually done that.
They've actually done it. They've actually given him a penalty. Charles Leclerc starts a lap time down towards turn number 1.
Should I check in actual hell or should I check in Norway to see if which one's frozen?
Check which one has, because it's not a. It's
I've
very
just checked
unusual.
Norway quickly.
And of course, guys,
Yep.
Coulthard is meant to replace Danny Rick at the Nürburgring event that is coming up, which
Oh, yeah.
also sees Sebastian Vettel involved as well.
It's 15.
I forgot about that. You're right. He is actually supposed to take over, isn't he, going forward?
It's 15 degrees. It's not frozen over.
Hell has not frozen over, according to Megan.
Though there is a bed and breakfast called Scandic Hell.
Okay.
Which is a brilliant play on words by whoever opened that restaurant. I mean, not restaurant, B&B or hotel, whatever it is.
Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Ferrari looking quick then. First sector for Leclerc's okay. Second sector for Sainz is up, despite him being down. How's he done that? He set the fastest middle sector, but it's a 27.
He lost time in the first sector.
Yeah.
Josh, that was why. He had a really good middle sector. 27.716 was his middle sector.
So it's clawing him around. Sainz up towards the line, and it puts Leclerc 7th. Where does Carlos Sainz go at the moment in the second Ferrari? Purple sector goes 4th. Yeah, 2 tenths down in the first sector, probably by traffic. Not surprised if we're going to see the toe being executed here. Verstappen is in the drop zone as well, just in case you were wondering where the world champion is. He's in the drop zone. So everything could still change here as we ride on board. Hulkenberg does a 122.998. He goes up in 14th position. Piastri, 15th at the moment, coming out of the last corner, approaches the line. Is he quick? No, Piastri goes 14th. What's happening with him? These hard tyres don't sort the McLarens out, do they?
They've deleted Alonso's time.
Alonso's time to lead as well as
Alonso's last.
Yeah, Alonso's had his lap time to lead by the stewards. Norris has gone P7. And you're right, Jess, it is a bit louder today, isn't it, for some reason?
Yes, it's not just me then.
No, I'm finding it hard to hear. I hope it's like the track noise has been turned up a little bit, but we haven't done anything.
This is why I enjoy having my own little.
Well, it just won't. It won't seem to cut that. This is Lando Norris down towards the Parabolica. What's he done?
Oh, he almost hit the Alpine.
Did he go in the wrong gear?
Yes, I think he did. I think he's downshifted into the wrong gear. I've just reset my microphone, which has made me a little. That's better.
You're a bit louder.
Oh, sorry?
You're a bit louder.
Yeah, it's better now because before I couldn't hear myself there. So I've just. How you reset, by the way, on the bus mixer is you turn the main mix down and then you turn the gain up to where it clips and then you turn the mic back up. So my mic just needed a quick reset. That's all. Alonso was turn 7 again. That's coming into Ascari. So it's down here at the bottom of the circuit into Ascari. He's having his lap time deleted. Loads of people coming out the track. And as always, Josh T, the track is busy in one of these mandatory sessions. Q1 is only hard tyres, by the way.
Yep, well, Verstappen starting another lap, goes round Curva Grande now. And we'll see his Sector 1 time. It is 39 thousandths up. It is fast. Purple Sector 1. He'll have to keep it on the road at turn 7 though, and that was a 27.048 for Max Verstappen as he goes round Lesmo 1. That was close. Now into turn 7, which is Lesmo 2.
Roll lap time deleted.
Oh, we said it at the same time.
So everyone again is changing their lap times. Nobody wants to have the same positions out there on the circuit here, but it's Perez. Perez, a 121.911. Second time today that number's come up on the timing screen. Albon,
it's not like 007, is it?
Albon is 8 thousandths of a second faster as well in that middle sector, but Verstappen at the moment is just electrifying at the front. He's taking everything he needs from it into the Parabolica, gets the grip down as well. Look at the cloud cover that's come over the last corner in the past 5 seconds. Verstappen with a black cloud following him goes to the top, 121.573, 3.5 tenths faster. Albon settles for third, not being able to improve on the time.
Wonder when it's going to rain on him.
Alonso had a little bit of a lock-up. Something come off the front left tyre there, coming through Parabolica, up towards the line. Alonso needs a decent lap, across it, and goes third, a 122.043 for Fernando Alonso. Remarkably good time. And Esteban Ocon now, Esti Besti, is up as well by a 10.5.
That's comparing him to Piastri's time, who's in the top side. Who's at risk. Oh, no.
Huge twitch from Ocon at the exit of the Ascari chicane. Rhea stepped down on him. He tried to correct it and he just ended up in the gravel. He skipped through it, but that time gone. And this is it, Jess, isn't it? With the hard tyres, you can't get grip. And I don't know why, but it's always a fun session.
It always is, because you never know what's going to happen. By the way, Tsunoda has got a purple Sector 1, and he goes 5th fastest.
What?
That's amazing.
Lawson!
And Lawson 7th.
Lawson!
The AlphaTauris and Williams are cooking.
This is Lawson's...
Hamilton could be out.
Yeah, Hamilton's in a good job zone. He's 13th at the moment. Lawson, in just his second ever weekend in Formula 1, it's his first ever dry qualifying. He's up to 7th, and that was Esteban Mega just having a little slide.
I wish
Well,
that
well,
the
of
top
course,
two
no,
and the bottom
time
two
deleted.
stop.
What? What did you say?
I said I wish the bottom two and the top two would swap.
Ocon and Stroll, Verstappen, Perez, yeah. Red Bull 1-2 at the moment. I've just been told something interesting over my ears. You can't hear it, Megs, unfortunately.
I hear a lot of them.
Yeah. The lap time deletions are not being done by the stewards. They are being done by the FIA automation bot at Geneva.
Oh, that explains why Max got one.
Yeah, Leclerc goes third, 121.996. You are a cynical woman, Megan. Coming
So
through.
it's like the in-game Autobots that automatically detect if you go
Yes.
offline.
Okay, check right hand side of the floor, please.
Yeah, copy that. We're on it already.
That says to Van Ocon, check the right-hand side of the floor, please. So, yeah.
Thought there was something different.
The fact that he
I
got
just
a
thought
penalty.
probably they fired someone.
No, it is the automated bot doing the decisions from
Oh, that
Geneva.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually gets something fair for once.
Well, it's Verstappen, Alonso, Stroll and Ocon all doing it. Now, remember, there is a minimum time. Well, I know. There's a maximum qualifying time now. Every lap must be under 1 minute and 41 seconds. If you're slower than that, you'll get a penalty. So you must be always doing 1 minute 41.
Even your out and in lap as well.
Yeah, especially.
That reminds me of my secondary school with us getting changed for PE. We got told off if we didn't get dressed under 3 minutes.
It's quite hard to get everything sorted in 3 minutes.
Trust me, everyone in my year in that school, because we were first year to implement that, we're really good at getting changed now.
Right.
It's like very good.
So-
I could probably do theatre because of it.
So if you are in a red flag situation in the race and you've taken your fire seat off, you can get your fire seat back on and get back in the car within 10 minutes.
I could probably get it on in like 2 or 3.
All right, fair dues. Right, end of the first runs then. It's Verstappen from Perez, Sainz, Leclerc, Alonso, Albon, Tsunoda, Russell, Lawson, Hamilton is the top 10. And then it's Sargent, Zhou, Norris, Bottas, Magnussen, Gasly, Piastri, Hülkenberg, Ocon and Stroll. The running order at the moment as we come down towards turn 1 with Nico Hülkenberg. 18th fastest at the moment into the braking zone. Lightly tapped the brakes as well on the hard tyres. The Haas into Rettifilio nicely. Back on the powers, up to second gear, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, before you even reach Curve de Grande. Midway through, you'll pull 8th gear there. You hear the audio click. Then you just try and find and pick your line into the braking zone for Dalla Rossia chicane. Down 3 gears, into third, down through the course, gets it through safely. And my favourite section coming up, Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. Bank it through nicely, get on the power. Second Lesmo really is sort of just on the exit curb, a touch between there and disaster.
Oh,
and then
that was close to track limits.
it was for Hülkenberg coming out of Lesmo 2. Then the Ascari chicane. This is all part of my favourite. Sector 2 is my favourite segment on the track. It's so good. He's a 10th up already on 18th. That's ahead of Magnussen's teammate. Ascari can really rumble the exit curves. He gets in nicely done. No DRS, so all ERS deployment. And this is a super lap from Hülkenberg. And Magnussen's behind him as well, getting the toe from his teammate. Into the parabolica,
well,
flick
here
it
he
through the
comes.
exit. Literally riding the exit curve. Is Hülkenberg in or is he out? He is in. 122.377. Magnussen's behind him. He goes through. 122.592. So it's Bottas, Gasly, Piastri, Ocon, Stroll in the drop zone at the moment. Stroll's across the line. He only goes 17th. The man who's only had 27 laps in this track in 2023. He's out in Q1. Here comes Piastri and Norris. Piastri 11th. McLaren really strong. If McLaren can get through on qualifying here, that'd be good because they suit the medium and soft tyres more.
They do.
That's the lap time deleted.
141 is a specific time.
One what?
141.
It's 120. It's the 120 seconds.
No, not 126, 101 seconds.
101 seconds added on. So that's the maximum time that they can get around the lap slowly. And look, here come the games. Look, Jess. They're all going to start towing. And
So when does the timing start then? Because surely it was when they come out of the pits, because surely they're not allowed to do that.
I assume it would start for an outlap at the exit of the pit lane line, wouldn't you? Like when you rejoin the track at the end of the pit lane.
Because it's going to be some games in the pit lane.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Look at the driver
Yeah, 'cause-
tracker.
Safety car line is in line with the pit exit line normally.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would start at the pit exit line.
Pit exit line, thought so. And look at this, everyone's now banking up on the tray. Hülkenberg's just going for it. Then it's Russell, and everyone from Magnussen back are lapping up. Piastri's had his lap time deleted. Piastri's in trouble. Piastri is in the drop zone. He's had his lap time deleted. Now, everybody is trying to go out together to create the turn. They all know they've got the minimum time to meet. That's an AlphaTauri of Bottas going incredibly slow. Zhou's there too. There goes, I think, Sainz separating between them.
Stroll hasn't met that time. He did a 1:44.9.
So Stroll's going to be in trouble. Stroll has not met that time. Yeah, 1:44.
And
Yeah.
Hulkenberg.
Oh, yeah. Ocon, 1:47.
Piastri too.
Stroll, 1:44.9. Piastri, he didn't make it. As you said, Hulkenberg, 1:46.
Magnussen. Okay, there are a lot of times here, but are just like really long because it's pit lane times as well.
That is going to be huge.
I want Lawson to make it through to Q2, but that's probably not going to happen now.
It could do. Look at Charles Leclerc. He's up to second on a 1:21.788.
Nice.
Alexander Albon has set the fastest first sector. Remember Silverstone, when we had this alternate format, it was Williams who topped Q1 and Q2.
Sorry, where did the
Norris
Ferraris
has
come
not
from?
reached the minimum time.
Norris in trouble too, so this is all going to be investigated after the session by race control. Checkered flag is out. Right, who have you got then? Because the drop zone's Bottas, Stroll, Gasly, Piastri, Ocon.
Am I the only one who didn't notice the Ferraris?
Yeah,
so far up ahead.
Leclerc's really got up there. First time this weekend. Sainz still P4. Norris is 5th. Now with the checkered flags out, who is going to set the fastest sectors? Hulkenberg goes through. He's in 12th, the 1:22.343. Out of the last corner, here comes Valtteri Bottas. Has he found something in that Alfa Romeo with the special livery across the line? Stroll goes 17th. Yes. Bottas goes 12th. Hulkenberg 13th. Magnussen's in the pit lane. He's out of it. Gasly, I don't think is improving. Albon! Piastri! Sargent's in trouble. Piastri's gone through. Look at Sargent! Can Sargent do anything across the line? He's 5th! Woohoo! Both Williams in the top 5. What about Lawson? Lawson's through! Oh boy! Hamilton's through!
Zhou lap time deletion.
Zhou's had a lap time deleted. He's out of qualifying. Sonoda, 4th. Ocon's out. Ocon's the surprise. Gasly's
Lawson's
out.
in.
Lawson's through. Both AlphaTauris are out. Zhou, Gasly, Ocon, Magnussen, Stroll out. Wow.
Lawson's beating Russell.
And that is what Liam Lawson can do. Unbelievable. Williams
Get him a seat next year.
Williams.
Yeah, I was thinking
Get him a seat next year.
Look at Williams. Fastest sectors 1 and 2 of anybody.
Who could replace him with?
Unbelievable.
Teams of the qualifying so far: AlphaTauri and Williams. And Ferrari.
So, in the drop zone, at the moment, it's Zhou, Gasly, Ocon, Magnussen and Stroll. Verstappen and Albon, 1-2. Both Williams through. Liam Lawson is through as well. What a session. I am amazed. This is what we like about the alternatives. Really good stuff. Here's your elimination zone then from Q1. Zhou, Gasly, Ocon, Magnussen, Stroll, all eliminated. Going through is Verstappen, Albon, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Perez, Sargent, Sainz, Hamilton, Norris, and Alonso. Piastri, Lawson, Russell, Bottas, Hulkenberg going through. And what have you spotted, Josh T?
Alonso got impeded.
Alonso,
I won't.
Yeah.
I won't
who did
spoil it, but the Moto E race, massive change in the championship.
Oh, all right.
Wait.
Incident involving Leclerc and Sainz
Oh.
noted. Failing to follow race director instructions, maximum lap time.
And this is exactly what you were saying, Jess. Exactly what you were saying. They are, and look, there he is on the screen now. So they are going to take this and run with it. Race control will take a very dim view. So could they both be eliminated? So what was that?
No, I hope not. Please don't.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, I'm off.
Look at
See ya.
guys. Look at the last lap times. Verstappen 1:51, and it's coming up. Will be investigated after the session. So yeah, they are.
And he's
So
actually
yeah.
gone.
So incident involving cars 16 Leclerc and 15 Sainz will be investigated after the session.
Do they mean individual sessions or just a big
Well,
session?
that must be the big main session.
Yeah, because
No matter after qualifying.
why? I wonder why they should do that now, because then it's unfair to everyone else. If they've got to be out, they should just do it straight away. Why delay things?
Oh, Megan's making her feelings clear up here in the comment box. I'm still here, by the way.
I mean, that's just called procrastination from the stewards. It's like, oh, we'll do it after.
Well,
but it's like you're doing anything else. I mean, you don't even do the lap times anymore.
Well, surely they'll have to... Yeah, sorry. Surely they'll have to do it now, because if they've progressed to Q2, then...
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have to.
Should we catch up? Let's go over to Sky F1 and see what they think. And then, Jess, quickly, your point.
After Sky.
All right, here's Sky.
And Esteban Ocon is out. He ran wide over the gravel at the Ascari chicane, damaged his floor, and along with his teammate Pierre Gasly is eliminated from Q1. Lance Stroll is also out for the Aston Martin team. Zhou Guan Yu and Kevin Magnussen, the others to fall foul in Q1. But you'll see on your screen in a few moments' time, could Ferrari be in a bit of trouble too? Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz are going to be investigated by the FIA stewards for failing to follow the race director's instructions regarding the maximum lap time. We're told, Martin Brundle, there is a time that you need to do, and you cannot go slower than to satisfy the race director when you're preparing for a lap. Have Ferrari gone too slowly?
Well, we did see Charles Leclerc fall right to the back of the pack, got his lap done early. That's the 1 minute 41 I was telling you about, from safety car line pit exit to safety car line pit entry. Two very, very clear reference points that have a timing beam on them, you're not allowed to just cruise around.
Which might be what they've done. Bradley Lord is the communications director at Mercedes, and he can join us now. Bradley, from a Mercedes standpoint, how was that Q1 session for you?
Solid. I think they're pretty stressful, these sort of ATA qualifying sessions. Everyone on the same tyre, and P1 to P19 separated by just over a second. So fine margins, but got both cars safely through, which we didn't manage in Hungary. And on to the next part now.
And how does the performance of the car change going into Q2 now they've got different tyres on?
I think we'll start to see that ultimately. We carried a bit more fuel on our second run, so our first lap wasn't great. The second one was better for Lewis. Other cars were doing multi-lap runs as well. I think as the tyre compounds get softer, everyone's going to be aiming for that first time lap, so things will start to equalise, and that's where we'll get a clear picture. But as I say, Williams are looking very strong. AlphaTauri have had a good session there as well in Q1, so it's going to be super fine margins, and just a question of putting the laps together and putting the cars in the right place on track as well.
We're seeing this note, Bradley, from the stewards saying that both Ferraris may not have maintained the maximum lap time, as it were, between the two safety car lines. How serious is that, and how much are you having to focus on making sure you don't fall foul of that?
Yeah, it's a big focus. We were practicing with it in FP3, Martin, so that note came out earlier today, and we ran FP3 in line with that as well to understand what it's doing for the tyres, how much you can cool the tyres down on the slow laps as well. So it's important that everyone's following it, and it's important that each driver is coached through that process, and the teams are monitoring the delta times to make sure nobody's infringing, and then if that happens, then it'll be reported and discussed afterwards post-session.
Bradley, thanks ever so much indeed. Great to talk to you. We'll be back having a chat after Q2. We saw a replay from Zhou Guan Yu's Alfa Romeo as he got knocked out in Q1 for the 9th time this season. The two Ferraris overtaking Zhou down that back straight before the parabolica, and he said on the radio, what is Sainz doing there? So is it also a case, it might not just be they went too slowly, did they then go too slowly?
Yeah, we noticed that, Jess, didn't we, as we come up to the comp box now. Q2, by the way, is underway, but nobody's going out there on the medium compound tyres just yet as well. So, Jess, Ferrari, what do you think? They're going to be in trouble, aren't they? Big time. It was mentioned all day, and now they've just lost it. You're on mute.
Thank you. Rules are rules. I mean, you can't break them. We saw Mercedes practice with it earlier, so they're aware. Maybe that's what something Ferrari should have done. And it's just ridiculous. It's not the first time Ferrari have got something wrong. And
classic Ferrari.
Yeah, classic Ferrari.
So I'm just texting someone. It says, I'm surprised Magnussen and Bottas are still in. Me too. They got in just with the lap times.
No, no, Madison. No, it's Hulkenberg Bottas. You mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
Magnussen's out.
Also, they think Perez might be eliminated. I'm thinking the same thing here.
I said Russell.
So they're all coming through as we're underway for the session. I'm unprofessional, but still, it's all fun. Chewin says 5-place grid drop max.
Ferrari.
Get out there, get going. It's all going to be quite chaotic now to come through. So they've been warned. Start the clocks. We all get to see. As soon as they leave the pit lane, they are timed on out laps and in laps. So we will get timed as they fly through.
And we get to see him.
Yeah, and look at this. Look at this. They come out 2 by 2, the Teddy's Bears picnic. They are all going out together. They know that the toe is super important here in this running order. So stand by for action. Omi's back after disappearing. Omi, what do you think ahead of this week, ahead of this session?
Gonna be another exciting one, but yeah, disappointing for Ferrari once again. Don't know, didn't know what the meaning of practice is. They have 3 practice sessions, but they didn't do anything useful in it. So yeah.
Josh T, what about you?
Wow. First of all, what a interesting Moto E-race. But Antonio Giovinazzi, the Italian Jesus, is here. It's good to see that he's track side today. A little wave to the camera. Here comes Max Verstappen across the safety car line that we've been talking about, then across the line, and then across the other safety car line to start the time. But he's on a lap, so that doesn't matter. Into the first chicane now. Don't lock up. There we go. Of course,
yeah, keep it nice.
As everyone else. Everyone's starting their lap times now.
So this will be the run then that we're all expecting. Look at that first sector for Max Verstappen as he comes out of Dalla Roggia, down into Dalla Roggia, sorry, and it's a 26.92. Very good stuff at the moment. Fingers crossed that this could be a run. Oh, Perez! 26.8. He's a 10th faster on the medium tires.
Albon!
Alex!
Albon's faster!
Yes! Yes, Albon! Get in, Albon! Alex Albon and Sargent too.
Williams are flying. Go on, Williams. They always looked good at this track, haven't they? Williams have always looked good at this track. It looked good last year and it looked good the year before. I know Williams both got double points in it, if I remember.
Yeah,
in 2021.
Albon is fastest in sector 1. Look at Verstappen fastest sector 2.
Hi.
Hi.
Finally off me.
What do you think? Verstappen?
Hope not.
Should we see?
Verstappen up to the line. He sets the first lap. It's a 1:21.035. Perez goes up to the line as well.
He doesn't do it. But look at Alexander Albon.
Look at Albon.
Fifth, second. 1:21.272. This is a remarkable run. But look at the 2 Ferraris.
Piastri 6.
Look at Alonso. He goes into 4th
Alonso,
place.
that's better.
But look at the 2 Ferraris. Leclerc's fastest sector 1, but Sainz is fastest sector 2. They're overlapping each other. They're not going to be slow this time around. Ferrari come across the line in Q2. Leclerc second, 1:21.175. Yes. Carlos Sainz fastest practice 2 and practice 3. It's fastest Q2, 1:29.91. And Ferrari get a cheer from the Tifosi. 44,000, that's all. Not
it
much.
Might get taken away, like at the end, because they may get a grip penalty now and then.
Usually does.
Probably it's going to be a free place for both of them.
Yeah.
It didn't say what they'll get, did they, in the race director instructions, if they failed to follow the rules?
I'm just being told that I've literally just been told that it is going to be thoroughly investigated and they're not the only ones. There's more being processed.
Yeah, I know, because I saw Norris, Piastri, Hulkenberg, Magnussen. I saw quite a lot of people.
So that's both Ferraris, both McLarens, both Haas cars, and they were trying to get the toe. So they are they're in trouble right now. They're in trouble.
And it can't be a fine. Why? Because if it's
more
a
people
fine,
do it.
A, again, more people would do it, but B, it's related to on-track action. And, okay, we're just going to go slow, so we get better time
gone
and then get
slow.
higher up.
Goodness Piastri's going to be investigated again. He just did a 146.
Uh-oh. That ain't good.
Well,
I'm the police, okay?
Russell a 27.169, 3 tenths off. Hamilton is 4 tenths off. They're both on a lap time together.
Yeah.
Leclerc pits. So does Sainz.
Yep, they're all coming in then to change over for a new set of medium tyres. They have another set left to go, and this is the one that they all want to win. Ferrari are just looking good. Russell's up.
Right, Williams. Where's Tsunoda? Tsunoda's only 9th, so Tsunoda's in that bubble. So is Hulkenberg, Lawson, Sargent, Bottas.
Tsunoda's having a quiet weekend as well. I'm just saying to a friend of mine as well, saying that it's a quiet weekend. She agrees, it's quiet.
Yeah, it is.
She told me it's quiet. He's just trying to get that contract though for 2024, so he's keeping his head down. Russell though, a contract to the end of 2025. Goes 6th, 121.4. So it's Hulkenberg.
Hamilton.
Oh yeah, here's Hamilton. Only 12th. Hamilton is not gone fast. What is going on? Look at Mercedes. Quick.
I predicted the wrong Mercedes.
And there is Toto Wolff after about 3 beers later on tonight, and quite a lot of tequila.
And
Same
a lot
time.
of bills.
Is it the same time? No.
8,000.
And he's
Yeah.
going to have to pay a lot of bills for all the damage he's going to do.
So this is why Hamilton was slow.
There he is.
He got held up. He got impeded. No, he didn't. What?
Perez impeded him, held up by Perez, he
Red
says.
Bull! What a surprise! Someone whack into them. Bust their tyre.
Are you
Did
okay,
did someone else get investigated for
Never.
impeding?
I've just been told that we're missing some race director's notes.
I hope that both Verstappen and Perez have hydraulics issues during the race.
You're nice, aren't you?
Then they can't come back in.
There are some Red Bull fans in the chat, Megan.
I know. I'm not one of them.
Ted Kravitz.
Shot of
Well,
Carlos Sainz.
I
They
like
applauded
Red
the Tifosi. I wonder if they're worried about the steward's investigation after qualifying. I wonder if they
Do they know
about
about
it.
the
I think
steward's
they do because it
investigation?
came up on
Came up on the
big
timings, we
screens
know.
down here that there was this investigation, but they might not know the peril that might await. I'm worried
Were there
about it.
any-
I want to put it to back of my mind, Crofty. Sorry, go on.
Were there any boos that followed, and has someone handed out disguise masks for the stewards?
No. Well, listen. Let's see.
Go on, Megan.
Now it's going on.
The words of Martin Brundle, there tends to be a sporting penalty for that. Just hang in my head about it. Anyway, listen, let's just move on. Because Max Verstappen doesn't seem to be too worried about this pace of the Ferraris. He's been kept up to date, saying, look, Carlos Sainz is P. Oh, team radio.
2 seconds, then.
I've got no grip, mate. Yeah, copy.
Is that I've got no grip, mate? Carlos Sainz is quicker, but only by 0.044 of a second, so 44 thousandths of a second. Verstappen thinks he can find that time, and Sergio Perez, though, feeling the effects, I think, of not getting a proper preparation, 4 tenths behind Verstappen, more or less. But yeah, all quiet in the pits, and Alex Albon's position proves that I think Lewis Hamilton is under a fair bit of pressure here. In this session, he's going to have to find another 4 tenths of a second at least.
This time last week, he was out in Q2 in Zandvoort, qualified 13th. He's only 1 place better. And
Megan.
I would like to clarify. I like every team, but if a team's winning all the time, aka Red Bull, I'm not going to like them. Not until they start being losers. Because, just like, it gets kind of just, it makes me feel angry when one specific team is like, oh yeah, win again for like the bajillionth time. It's like, yeah, we get it. You're a fast team, now let someone else go by.
Right, let me do a quick 1 to 10 here because it's getting quite important. Sainz, Verstappen, Leclerc, Albon, Perez, Russell, Alonso, Norris, Piastri, Tsunoda. That's the top 10. Drop zone, Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Lawson, Sargent, Bottas. That's the drop zone. It's getting quite important now, isn't it? I've just got this really weird feeling that Lewis Hamilton is about to be kicked out. I can't see this happening again and again and again.
Well, they can't kick him out. He's got a contract now.
No, out. qualifying.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
What did I say?
Kicked out, though.
Of
For me,
qualifying. Oh, here they come.
yeah, though, that can apply
Oh my
to both
God.
qualifying and for team. I mean, he hasn't won anything in a while. I'd have
What
kicked
the
him out by
hell's
now.
going on in the pit lane?
And they're all
FDNF all
queuing.
over again.
What do they think it is? Noah's Ark?
And it's 2 by 2 at the end of the pit lane. This is hilarious.
This isn't F2. You can't just go out at the same time.
What? I've got a question. What happens if they go below the time, but it's not their fault? Someone else is slow in front of them.
Have you gone below the time and it wasn't your fault? Cool.
No,
cool.
no,
The
no. I
F1
mean, like
stewards help
someone
lot.
is like slower in front of you and you can't get past.
Then they get a nail gun and they shoot the tyre of the person who caused it. That's what I would do. Or just put a load
Two
of
Williams
nails
are
in
keen
front.
to get out there as quickly as they can.
Bottas radio.
Each other here, we need to be overtaking.
Yes, because
Radio.
he's stuck.
Yeah. And out they all come then.
I'm guessing the Alfa Romeos are working together, were working together, so who's going to get it. So at least Bottas not going to worry about that. But we'll see.
Which ones have hope and which ones don't? Let's see if we can guess.
Hamilton
doesn't have hope. Science radio.
Need to overtake cars. There's no space.
He's behind.
Someone at the front playing the trick. Force people not to get a lap.
Right, so he's behind.
Am I the only one who doesn't get that? Maybe because I couldn't hear it that much because he was mumbling.
Yeah, he was mumbling a lot, wasn't he?
He was. So the two Williams then are going to start their lap times looking like they've been looking good all weekend so far. I one especially, but Sargent really needs to improve, doesn't he? So hopefully he can prove the doubters wrong.
Megan.
Since when was it a minute to go?
What did he say? What did
I
Sarge
think
say?
he said something about trick and overtaking. I don't think he
look at
likes
Sargent.
it.
Sargent's up in the first sector by a tenth of a second, and Sonoda's in there too.
But that's on Sonoda.
He was mumbling so much. I genuinely couldn't understand him.
I couldn't
and yet
either.
he was going so
He was
slowly.
like,
Yeah, it was just like, I know he's saying it slowly, but he's mumbling so much for the fact that
I can hear myself.
I don't know.
We'll fix that in a second. So, checker flag out in 10 seconds. What's going to happen? Watch Hamilton, Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Lawson, Sargent, Bottas, all in the drop zone.
Sargent's going to be out.
Yeah, Sargent's not going to do it. Checker flag is out. So, who takes the flag? It's Sainz fastest by 44,000 to Verstappen. Here comes Sargent out of the last corner. He'll put pedal to the metal. Is he going to go faster than 14th? Takes the checker flag. Sargent, no. 6 tenths down. Sargent's out of qualifying. No, Sonoda goes 9th. Piastri's on the bubble here. Lewis Hamilton is really in trouble, but he has set personal best sectors 1 and 2. Fernando Alonso's down. Watch out for him. Lawson, only 33 thousandths off. Not too bad of a lap time coming up. Fastest middle sector from him in a personal best. Not going to be there too. Russell goes 5th. Perez in
Russell, purple
trouble.
middle sector.
Here comes Lewis Hamilton though. Does he go through? Yes, he does. 1:21.3. Hamilton gets through here at Monza. Leclerc! 1:29.77. Sonoda is up there. Look at Lawson. He's out. What about Hulkenberg? 14th? No, 13th across the line. Piastri. He's kicked out Sonoda. Piastri's through. Bottas could be in trouble now. He's the last one across the line. Verstappen.
Verstappen's fastest.
And Bottas is out of qualifying. Verstappen tops it at the end. The top 3 by 54 thousandths. My God, what an end.
Perez, lap time deleted.
Perez, lap time's getting deleted now on the board. Oh.
I have to say, fair play to Lawson for only being, I think, about a tenth down on his teammate. That is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lawson only being just under 2 tenths away from getting into Q3. Absolutely amazing, but heartbreak for Sonoda. 13 thousandths quicker than Lando Norris, just missing out on Q3.
Got him.
Max couldn't give one qualifying, like, session. Like, he couldn't give one away, could he? It's like, no, I've got to take it. What? Aren't you done? Just...
Megan.
The thing is, he doesn't even have to be in top position. He could have just gone a little bit slower.
Norris is a lucky boy.
He's just got through there, hasn't he, in P10. Okay, here's your results then. The top 10, it is Verstappen, followed by Leclerc, followed by Sainz, and then we get in as well with Perez, Albon, then we get Hamilton, Russell, Piastri, Alonso, and Norris, your top 10. Kicking out of it, Tsunoda, Lawson, Hulkenberg, Bottas, and Sargent. But can I just say, well done to Liam Lawson, only behind Tsunoda in his first dry qualifying session. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think as well an absolute credit there as well to Formula One there. What was the gap between them? Not that long at all, so very nicely done as they come up towards the line here. Verstappen doing it just at the line, but okay. Jess, what was your take on Q2?
Great job on Lawson there. Great job on Albon as well to make it through into Q3 again for the Williams. It's like a tradition for Albon this year, outperforming that Williams car. Both Mercedes through. McLarens are very lucky. So is Alonso as well, if you think about it.
Is she?
Am I what?
No,
sorry.
no.
It's just...
No, that was Megan talking to me over the comms. She forgot to press the comms.
It would mute it.
It wasn't about you, Jess. She was asking about a friend of mine. But
George Morgan.
Yeah. Right.
Has,
What's George done? Is he commentating on this?
He's put on Twitter, someone turn on ghosting in the pit lane.
Is he meant to do his own watch along tomorrow?
I think he is.
I believe so.
He took our idea.
See all the top three in F2 eating pizza together on the podium. Let's hear from Sargent.
I was down, so I went all in the parabolica. I missed it.
Went all in the parabolica. Crofty.
The American driver.
And this was Norris getting blocked.
Yeah, I got over. We just went through. Just about. Yeah, I saw that.
He still made it through though.
Lando
he was very
Norris.
lucky, but imagine if he didn't get through.
Let's hand over to Crofty.
They were all slowing down. They were all trying to find some clear track ahead of them to do those final flying laps. He might not have been the only one who got a little bit impeded. Valtteri Bottas was having to make up quite a few places too, Martin, to get some clear track.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it, to see them going so slowly and then so quickly. It all seems a bit silly, really, but they're jockeying for position. Some of them really do want to tow a slipstream, others don't. And fans say to me, well, look, I don't understand. You know, you said they want to be close down the straights, but then you said they can't follow each other too well around the corners. You can't have it both ways, but actually it is both ways, really. You want to dump that downforce by going into some turbulent air down the straights where somebody else has punched a hole in the air. But you don't want to drive through a corner in the same situation.
Very true. We've lost 10 drivers then. One of them is the Alpine of Pierre Gasly. Let's hear from him with Rachel Brooks.
But yeah, I mean, difficult weekend for us so far, and we knew it would be tough on such a track with a lot of long straights. But yeah, definitely a bigger struggle than we had hoped.
Was it particularly the hard tyre, or did you just not have the performance on all tyres this weekend?
It's just can clearly see our weaknesses compared to our main rivals, and I won't go into too much details, but yeah, clearly doesn't suit the package we have, and we'll still fight tomorrow. Anything can happen, but we're just yeah, pretty slow.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Both Alpines out then, and both Mercedes lapping with their best lap within a few hundredths of a second of each other. So, Bradley Lord, where is the pace for the rest of this session? Communications Director at Mercedes. Are you set for a second row? Is that possible today?
Hopefully we'll be in the fight, Crofty. There's still more to come from the cars. I think we're seeing the drivers both setting best sectors at the end of the lap, maybe not quite yet in the sweet spot in the opening part of the lap. So adjust pressures, adjust outlap pace and within the allowed maximum, and see what we come up with. But again, it's super close with Albon, Perez, the Ferraris, Max as well. It's it's within hundreds, isn't it?
So we heard Lewis come in and say, "I've got no grip," to Bono, the engineer, but then goes out and puts it P6. What were you able to do for him in that time?
It's rear grip that he's not feeling at the moment, Martin. So just hasn't felt the rear tyres really biting and working as he's starting his lap. So they've just been talking about how to improve that. And as I say, outlap pace, some of the tools in the car as well, just to make sure the bulk temperature of those rear tyres is where we need it to be when he's braking for turn 1 and then exiting out of turn 2, and making sure we're not sliding the tyres or sort of causing temp spikes on the surface, but without having the bulk of the tyre working properly. And
just remind us what the bulk temperature is exactly.
So it's the internal temperature of the tyre. We're measuring how the tyres, how hot they are on the surface, but then how much the rubber within the tyre is heating up, and getting that working is really important to give consistent grip and make sure that the tyres are biting on the track and giving the drivers the feeling of confidence and sort of stability that they're looking for as well.
Perfect explanation and perfect timing too, Bradley.
Thank you very much, Bradley. Green light, away we go then for the final part of qualifying in this session. It's going to be very interesting to see what we're going to have. Soft tyres, mandatory now. Everyone gets 2 sets and they're going to head out there. Ferrari looking in trouble, Verstappen taking it. Jess, what do you make? Over to you.
Well, I think Verstappen is potentially going to get pole, but Sainz may go out and challenge him, but he will be investigated after the race with the maximum lap time. But another fact for you, Lewis Hamilton has become the first driver in F1 history to reach 300 Q3 appearances.
Wow, 300? That's insane. Ted.
Watching keenly, so yeah, Max is going to bust a hole in the air for Checo. We'll see if the favour is returned for later. But that Alex Albon time in the Williams is real. It absolutely maybe underlines Logan Sargent's frustration, because there is that speed in the car. So Williams are in the game here for a top 5 finish. And just to fill in the blanks from Pierre Gasly's interview with Rach there, it's the engine, isn't it, Crofty? At top revs, at top pace, velocity, the Alpine, the Renault engine just doesn't have the guts that they need around here.
Cheers, Ted. And just to reverse engineer that stat at you, Jess, that means that Lewis Hamilton has failed to finish, failed to get through into qualifying number 3 a total of 22 times. That's not bad at all, is it?
That is not bad.
In his career.
I'm just reading stuff on Twitter that Ferrari thinks it's okay that they won't be penalised.
Well, I did think if the FIA give a double penalty to Ferrari at their home Grand Prix, the FIA had better had good security, because this place would be out there. And leading the pack would be Omi, of course, who would make the trip over and lead with
Ferrari
pitchforks.
T-shirt on.
Yes.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Omi?
Well, feeling all right. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in this one. But yeah, Q2 was pretty exciting. Obviously, they're all playing games. The Ferrari radio with Carlos Sainz. Ferrari obviously asking him, make some overtake. Sainz replying with there's no space, and then also Ferrari saying just get on with it, and then Sainz just saying, well, there's someone at the front of the queue who is doing some tricks to make sure that the drivers behind don't get laps in. So yeah, all kind of games being played, but now it's time for the slipstream games.
Omi, what is that you're holding on the camera? Death to the FIA, bring back Michael Masi, he was bribable. What's all this?
What?
What?
I didn't nobody hear that. That was comedy gold. Oh dear. I said what? I said what is that you're holding, Omi, on your camera?
Yeah. I know what you said, but I was like, what?
Omi leading the brigade for the FIA if they give Ferrari a penalty. Bring back Michael Masi, he was bribable, all that lot. Oh, me. Come on, comedy gold here, people. Anyway, session's underway, the lights are on, and the first laps are coming through. Verstappen is a 26.899 in the first sector. Piastri, 35.056, so it's all looking good there. Oh, he touched the grass!
Oh, no!
Verstappen touches the gravel, the exit of the Delaroche and gets a lap time lost. He's proving he's human. This track is getting to him. The Monza curse. A huge error of judgment. And you just watch. He'll probably still go fastest overall. No! Sainz 26.7. That was even before the mistake. Sainz is still quicker by around about 0.2 of a second. Verstappen's had a scruffy opening lap.
It's worrying from Verstappen, but he's still got time, knowing him he will be fastest anyway. As he heads towards the parabolic canal, keeping the car planted in the track limit. What's the lap time going to be for Verstappen? Kicks and gravel, 120.6.
And look at that! Perez can't deal with it. Perez can't do it, 120.9. Verstappen is still fastest overall. Leclerc's got the fastest second sector. Sainz has got the fastest near thing.
Albon!
Alex Albon, yes! Leclerc's a 125.64, but all eyes turn to the tie. Alexander Albon, Sainz does it! 125.32! 32 thousandths, it's a Ferrari 1-2. Verstappen's down to third.
Do as he goes up to the line? P4!
Fourth! It's a Ferrari 1-2 at Monza! The Tifosi are screaming! Let them dream! Let them dream! Russell goes fourth! Albon lost it all in the last sector! But that is genuine pace on Ferrari because sector 1 ends before Dalla Roggia, and that's where Verstappen made the mistake.
Yeah. Honestly, I really do hope Ferrari don't get that penalty, because that would be amazing to have a Ferrari 1-2 at their home Grand Prix.
Where have they
Can't you
come
imagine?
from? They have been off all along. Kelly Piquet, a professional model, Max Verstappen's partner, and part of the Red Bull contract, of course. Just so much in the guts watching on. Unbelievable. Max making a mistake. And it didn't cost him that much. He's 99 thousandths off. It's a 125.32 Ferrari 1-2 at Monza.
This shows that Verstappen was quick even without that mistake.
First in to the pit lane. Will he be first out as well? Ferrari 1-2 onto the first runs. Then there's Alexander Albon. He's fifth. Perez is in sixth. Alexander Albon, the man dropped from Red Bull for being too slow, is ahead of Sergio Perez, the man who replaced him.
Make that make sense, please.
I can't believe this session. That Williams, look at that, 10th in Austria, 8th at Silverstone, 16th at Hungary, 12th at Belgium, 4th at the Netherlands.
Williams got fourth at the Netherlands.
Yeah, Williams have genuine
in
pace.
Qualifying.
Can we point out as well, if Ferrari do get disqualified here from qualifying for any reason, Verstappen will be on pole, but it'll be Russell second and Albon third, a career best third position as well. His best position so far for Alexander Albon, fourth. And he equalled that last time out at the Dutch Grand Prix. Best finish, third. Only twice in his F1 career.
One was Bahrain, and then the other one was...
Oh.
Hold on, let me Google. Portugal, maybe?
Could be Portugal. Yeah, I think it was. Megan, Verstappen touched the gravel coming out of Dalla Roggia chicane.
I take it he didn't go off.
He did not, but he was still slow in sector 1.
Don't put high hopes.
Yeah, I just had to point this out for you. Sainz was fast in sector 1. The sector 1 delta time is before Dalla Roggia. So, yeah, so it's still good.
Oh, it was the Tuscan Grand Prix where he got
his
first
podium. Yeah, that crazy race.
That was at Mugello. Oh, yeah, I remember that. No, I was saying to that Wikipedia, but I thought it was Ricciardo who got a podium in Mugello. But
no, that was Nürburgring. That was Nürburgring in the Renault, yeah. We commentated on that race, didn't we, at Mugello? It was one of the ones we did live.
Yeah.
Back in 2020.
Do you know?
Then we did them all live.
Charles Leclerc, he met a priest, I think it was. Oh, Mexican wave.
Woo!
Go on.
And the priest loved him so much that he dedicated his own Instagram to him.
The Pope?
No, not the Pope.
The priest?
Yeah, a priest.
The priest.
He dedicated his Instagram to him, praying for him.
I think I had a TikTok sent to me about that last night, but I did get quite a lot of TikToks sent to me about. I got someone's entire For You page sent to me, and it was very funny. It was a random chicken. I don't know what the chicken meant. Where did the chicken?
Chicken?
It was just a random chicken on the For You page. I've got to ask her about that. What was the chicken about?
You should see my For You page.
I don't want to see your For You page.
Maybe just Reddit.
Oh, okay.
I like Reddit.
Have
The
Reddit
stories-
then.
The stories make me laugh.
Here we go.
Out they come,
Alonso's
2 by
out
2.
first.
Oh yeah, Alonso's gone.
Wait, is Leclerc not? Leclerc doesn't want the toe then? Oh, okay.
So he doesn't want to give it to Sainz.
He's got the priest. He's praying for him. He feels that's enough.
Everybody's here this weekend, apart from Felipe Massa. He's decided not to attend this weekend as a guest of Ferrari, as his lawsuit
Shocker.
2008 comes through. Yeah, shocker indeed. Coming into it.
What did you decide to go for Brazil?
Don't know. How do you look smug without being smug?
Shall I give you a list of celebrities?
No idea. Go on.
Yes.
Smug but not being smug. Johnny Depp, for one.
Oh, Johnny Depp's an angel.
Exactly. He tries not to show his smugness sometimes when he's winning an
But
argument.
it doesn't work.
He tries.
So, out on track is everybody, but in order, Alonso is out first, then followed by Leclerc, then Verstappen, then Sainz, then Norris, Piastri, Perez, Albon, Russell and Hamilton. So only the McLarens and
James
Mercedes
Gordon.
are staying together.
I travelled 10.5017 miles, 10,000 miles, to be here to watch Ferrari. She came all the way from Brazil, that's a Tifosi fan. Well, you've got a
Better be
1-2.
worth it.
At the moment, that is. Look at this, the sea of red. Ferrari watching on.
The Red Sea.
This is where you've got to perform. And look, Red Bull look a bit nervous, don't they, as well?
Good.
Matt Gallagher, how is your heart rate right now? He must be going completely out of it. Let's see what
The
we
crowds
got.
are cheering for Leclerc now.
In towards turn number 1 on the braking. This is the last runs. I'm looking at the driver tracker. There are so many people backing up in that last sector, but they're all going to go for it. Russell's going to give a toe to Hamilton. Perez is going to give the toe to Albon. Verstappen's gone on his own. He doesn't want to give a toe to anybody. Verstappen's in between Leclerc and look at that. Leclerc.
Verstappen doesn't need the toe.
But Leclerc's down at 26.667. What's Verstappen's first sector time? It is down! It is down! 26.758. It's not on! Verstappen's deadlock might be broken. Leclerc's had a pole position before this year back in Baku, and he's up! Verstappen is down! Sainz is up on his own best time!
Now,
it could be a Ferrari 1-2, and he's up again! 87 thousandths!
what would even be better would be if Verstappen crashed.
The checkered flag is out! Ferrari sends it, Verstappen's picked it up by 48 thousandths in the second sector!
But Sainz is going to pick that up.
He does! Up by a tenth and a half! Across the line! Pole position briefly will be Charles Leclerc! Leclerc! 1:23.61! That's the benchmark! Listen to the Tifosi! What about Max Verstappen as he comes out of the parabolica towards the line? Is he quicker or not? Yes! By 54 thousandths! What about Sainz? Top FP2! FP3! Sainz on pole! Ferrari do it! And it's Carlos Sainz! Piastri goes 5th! Russell's 4th!
Albon's fast!
Albon is fast! Albon is fast! Is he quicker? Perez goes 4th! Albon doesn't do it! Albon is 5th! It is Carlos Sainz!
No one else is improving, so...
Look at Russell! Russell's improving across the line! He's P6!
Why the times are not showing? It's
4th!
going to be 6th, isn't it? Yes, 4th.
What about Hamilton? He's P9, last across the line! Hamilton only 8!
No.
Ferrari are on pole! Ferrari are on pole at Monza! And it's Carlos Sainz, a 4th career pole, and a bountiful pole at Monza!
I called it!
Yeah, we
I
have it.
called it!
Tell me we have it. Oh, yes, we have it. Good job. Vamos! Yeah. Wow!
Vamos.
Fantastic! Ferrari get pole position 241. It matches the amount of wins they've had in history. Carlos Sainz, pole position number 4 of his career, and he comes at Monza. The Red Bulls are defeated. Verstappen's looked off
No
all
further
weekend
action.
long. And no further action between Leclerc and Sainz for failing to follow the race director's instructions. Carlos Sainz is on pole position for the Italian Grand Prix.
Tipped you by 100th. Wowzers. Tight quali, Dad. That was a really tight quali, but that was a hell of a lap. Well done, mate. Be proud of that.
Go on.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a quick overall lap, but let's wait and see tomorrow.
Go on.
I hope you crash
I
out.
think, is it because that they weren't in the way of anybody that they didn't get penalised? That's probably why.
I'm not sure. I have no words.
Absolutely incredible. 13 thousandths of a second.
Wow.
And they say 13 is unlucky for some, obviously not for Ferrari.
Pole position. Go on, Jess.
Can we get Omi's thoughts?
Omi, have you woken up from your comatose state right now? It's pole for Ferrari at Monza. Is he here? Omi? Omi? No, he's cheering.
Well, either way, he's not wearing his Ferrari shirt.
Wonder what Matt Gallagher's feeling like right now, because it's not Leclerc, but it is Sainz. Ferrari on pole position.
I think he's still going to be happy, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it the Ferrari curse for Verstappen? This track does not suit the Red Bulls. They have looked off pace all weekend long. Cross practice, Verstappen struggled.
It better be the curse.
And now, this is Sainz on pole. And he just hasn't come out of the bag. Sainz was fastest practice 2, fastest practice 3, topping Q2 and topping Q3.
I hope that...
One dream, one team.
I hope that Verstappen and Perez both have like hydraulics issues. Or both have punctures or crash into a wall. It'll be okay. I don't wish them harm, I just wish them car harm.
2019, Charles Leclerc won. 2020, he crashed out. 2020, Pierre Gasly won. 2021, he crashed out. 2021, Danny Ricciardo won. 2022, Danny Ricciardo stopped. 2022, Max Verstappen won. 2023...
Hopefully he'll crash out. Right, I'm going to go now. Can I take my laptop back?
You can now, yes. Go stop it.
Omi!
No, leave your laptop for a little bit until I get back in, just to make sure everything's okay. 5
Omi,
minutes.
you there?
Oh, right, Omi.
Hello.
Omi, what are you thinking of it?
Great. Would have preferred Leclerc, but yeah, good.
Well, don't pick and choose.
It's a Ferrari pole at Monza. Right?
Yeah,
just be
I
happy.
thought you would have been even more delighted.
But do I like science? Yeah. I don't know.
Just accept the pole.
Right, Davide Valsecchi.
It's not a Red Bull.
Yeah. Be thankful.
Davide Valsecchi is about to talk to Leclerc, Verstappen and Sainz. Megan's going to disappear. Thanks for your company, Megs. We'll see you tomorrow.
Au revoir.
Bye-bye, Megan.
Or ciao.
Bye, Megan.
It's ciao in Italy. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Go get some pizza ready for us. I'm hungry. No. Oh, yeah, come on. I wish I had a pizza now. So say again?
I don't know where pizza is.
I don't know either. Go on, bye-bye.
No one ever buys this pizza anymore.
No, I know. Well, order us some pizza then.
Maybe later.
I need to go.
Not today. Later. Maybe next week or something.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right, has Omi got up yet from his comatose? Yes, he has. Let's hear from our top 3 with Davide Valsecchi.
Talking to the top 3. First up is Charles Leclerc.
Charles, incredible feeling. I was asking, how was your lap? You were all alone. Everyone was following you. How was your lap? Less than a tenth from pole position, but only 3rd in the grid. How is your feeling about this amazing?
I mean, my feeling can only be amazing with the Tifosi, of course. On my side, I'm a bit disappointed. I obviously wanted to be first, but seeing that Carlos is P1 is great for Ferrari. He has done an incredible job all weekend. I've been struggling quite a bit more. FP1, FP2, FP3, and qualifying I managed to put everything together, so I was really happy. Then unfortunately in Q3 I didn't have a slipstream that probably this cost us one position at least, but it's life. We should be happy, especially on my side. I've been struggling a lot, and yeah, they are just incredible. I don't smile very often when I'm P3, but obviously being here and having that much support is an amazing feeling.
So I guess there is the right feeling to be on the podium tomorrow, right?
Exactly, and we'll try to do first and second with Carlos. So we'll do a. Dai, finisco in italiano, che ovviamente qua siamo in Italia. Ragazzi, grazie mille perché fate... Ve lo giuro che prima della qualifica io stavo faticando, non pensavo di essere così vicino alla pole. Alla fine Carlos ha fatto un lavoro incredibile questo weekend. Domani c'è la gara e faremo di tutto per avere i 2 posti più alti. Grazie, forza Ferrari. Ciao.
Grazie mille, bravo.
Sorry, can you say that again, Charles?
You were all alone against the 2 Ferrari. At one moment you were on pole, and then Carlos beat your lap time. How was in the track today?
Yeah, it was good. I think we made some good improvements compared to yesterday. And in qualifying, you could see every qualifying session it was very tight. So I'm happy to be second today.
And about tomorrow, you are ready to fight because you have the 2 Ferrari, all the grandstands here. Will be not so easy for you tomorrow,
of course.
right?
I mean, but it's nice to see. And yeah, of course, tomorrow we'll try, of course, to win the race. Normally we have a quick race car, but let's first, just enjoy today, and I will focus on tomorrow.
Congratulations for the first row.
Thank you.
Grazie. Carlos, what an amazing lap. Tell us about your driving, because in the middle sector you were just phenomenal. Probably is there where you catch your pole position today.
Wow, honestly, it's been such an intense qualifying, especially Q3. We all 3 went for it. We were very, very on the limit, and in that last lap, I knew I had some lap time to come in Ascari and Parabolica. I went for it. And it worked well, thank God, because I really pushed hard in that last lap.
And tell me about this. I mean, goosebumps sometimes, right?
Goosebumps since I crossed the finish line, the whole in lap, watching the crowd, and obviously getting out of the car and seeing this. I haven't stopped the goosebumps now, so it's incredible. But in the hotel, arriving to the track, everywhere we go, it's just noise, support, and encouragement, and it's the best feeling you can have as a driver, as an athlete.
And about tomorrow, are you aiming that podium up there?
Yeah. That's the #1 target. Tomorrow I'm going to give it everything to hold on to that P1. A good start, a good first stint, and see if we can battle Max. Normally in the long runs he's quicker, but I'm going to give it all.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Pole position, Carlos Sainz.
Grazie a tutti.
I think the Tifosi speak for themselves. What an absolutely fantastic qualifying session. And this is how they are going to line up on the grid tomorrow. It will be Carlos Sainz on pole position with Max Verstappen alongside him on the front row of the grid. And then it will be row 2 with Leclerc and Russell. Row 3, Perez and Albon. Row 4, that's going to take Piastri and Hamilton. Row 5, Norris and Alonso. Row 6, Tsunoda Lawson. Row 7, Hulkenberg Bottas. Row 8, Sargent Zhou. Row 9, Gasly and Ocon. Row 10, Magnussen and Lance Stroll down in 20th position. No further action for the Ferraris for failing to slow in the minimum times here. We kind of knew that was coming, everybody. But Jess, starting with you, an amazing session. I think this new format really works with the tyres being mandatory. We're just getting so much action, so much running in.
Can we have more sessions like this, please? Because that was, I think, amazing. We wouldn't have known who was going to get pole there, but Sainz delivered, Ferrari delivered. There was a few unknowns going into this qualifying session, but yeah, it delivered. I'm looking forward to the race. Hopefully it's the same, a lot of excitement.
And Josh as well, she said 13 thousandths of a second, but Verstappen's looked all off all weekend long, and that was a crucial mistake on his first run, and didn't do much better on run 2 either.
Yeah, it really was a crucial mistake, but he does line up second. But the main talking point is, of course, got to be the 2 Ferraris. Absolutely incredible. But Josh, go and rest that voice for tonight for IndyCar qualifying and, of course, tomorrow, because I think you're going to need it with everything happening today. It's no doubt going to go over into the race as well.
I'm going to have a coffee after this and then some food as well before IndyCar Radio, by the way, will take you through practice 2 for IndyCar. We'll be back for qualifying and get everything else set up for the race. All action tomorrow with all the YouTube streams that we need. Omi, coming to you. Pole position then for Ferrari. Not the one you wanted, but it is Sainz again delivering. Can Ferrari go all the way tomorrow is my question for you down there in the pits.
Probably not. And that's why I might not be the most excited, because we saw this a lot last year and they just lost the DT strategy and Red Bull just better race pace anyway. So, really, we're just gonna have to see tomorrow. If they look good in race pace tomorrow, then I'll get happy. But right now, they could just lose it, and they probably will. There's a big chance of that happening. So, yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see. Omi hopefully have a change of heart tomorrow if Ferrari win, especially if it's Leclerc. He will be buzzing. My thanks to Omi, thanks to Jess, my thanks to Josh, my thanks to Megan as well in the comms box. We'll be back then, all action tomorrow. Don't forget IndyCar coming up later on as well. Thanks for your company here at Monza for qualifying. It's a Ferrari on pole position, but it's not the one you're expecting. Carlos Sainz dominating this weekend and proving he's just as quick as Charles Leclerc. We'll see you tomorrow for a very exciting Italian Grand Prix. Bye-bye.